All right. First off, hopefully you all have done your warm up already. I know some of you are supposed to yesterday you didn't come in for opportunity or you didn't finish an opportunity. I will be getting with you and I'll get you out of opportunity to finish your assignment that you missed. Um, so what I want you to do now, everybody has finished their warm up. I'm going to put your groups up. Now, for third period, you're going to pick your own groups, and I'll explain that in just a minute. So, second period, I'm going to zoom in on this, and if I could get the sub to pause this video. And y'all need to move the desks into your groups. No, you may not change groups. This is your group. So please pause for second period. Hopefully you paused it and everybody's been able to get into their group at this point. If not, please do pause it and let everybody get to their spot. Third period, you may get into groups of 3, and then there will be one group of 4 unless somebody is absent. So I should have 3 groups that were formed. I don't care how you do it, but go ahead and pause this video and let third period get into their groups of 3. And no, you may not work by yourself. And if I'm not back by 5th period, here is 5th period's groups. Please pause the video and let everybody get into their 5th period groups. No, you may not change. This is the group you are in and the group you're going to work with. All right, so hopefully everybody got into their groups. So this two papers are going to be passed out to you. Sorry, they didn't go front and back. You'll have to staple when you're done. You'll put the name on them and you will staple when you're finished. The stapler will be by the turn-in tray. So you're going to do a little discovering today, okay? So what you're going to do is you are going to find your coordinates like we did yesterday. So we're going to go ahead and do I together. So its x value is -2. Its y value is 8. And you're going to do that for r and t. And then you're going to do it for I prime, r prime, and t prime. Okay? Now this is a translation. It is a slide. It even tells you it's a translation. 6 to the right and 4 down. So you're going to look for patterns. So look for a pattern that is happening in every x value when you compare the original to the new coordinate. So when I do I prime, which I'll go ahead and do for you, it's going to be 4, 4. You're looking in these x's. Is something happening to the i's, to the r's, and to the t's, to those x's? And if so, what is that pattern you see? I'll give you a hint. There is a pattern. I wouldn't ask for it if there wasn't one. How does this pattern relate to this movement? Does it have anything to do with this movement? Okay. Now, it's a pattern that's going to happen with all 3 letters, so double check on that. Then you're going to do the same thing for your y's. You're going to look at your 8 and your 4, and you're going to say, okay, something happening there, something happening in the next ones, and the next ones. And guess what? There is a pattern. It may be adding, it may be subtracting, it may be multiplying, it might be dividing, it might be squaring, square roots, something to that extent. Most patterns are going to be add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So you're going to look for the pattern, and does this relate to the movement? Then you're going to come up with a rule. So what do you think you're doing to the x and to the y to get those new coordinates? Now, we looked at that a little bit yesterday when we did dilation. We multiplied. You're going to do the same thing with reflections over the x-axis. The next page has reflection over the y-axis, and you're going to find the patterns. And then you're going to do the same thing with the rotation and see if you can find the pattern. Once you're done, you'll staple it together and turn it in. If you finish before class is over, grab an extra credit. Extra credit is in front of the turn-in tray. And as a group, see if you can work on extra credit rules. Okay, you're going to figure out all of these. You may not use the computer. You may use your calculator if you think it will help, but you may not use any technology. You may not discuss this with other groups, but you are going to discuss it as a group. Now, if you get stuck, let's say on the reflection, skip it because I am taking a grade on this. At 8th grade, we should be able to make discoveries, look for patterns and make discoveries. You are capable of this. You can do it. All right, so that's what you're going to work on today. I should be back during 5th period or maybe even before 5th period. So any questions you have, I'll be here tomorrow or later in the day to answer them. All right, good luck. Get started.